Hi and welcome to my channel, Empowered Movement and Health. I'm Esther, and in today's video, I'm going to show you a few movements and stretches to help relieve tension and tightness and pain around your neck area. It's an area that a lot of you might feel some tension, especially if you're working at a desk or at a laptop or computer for long hours. I'm going to show you these movements sitting in a chair, but feel free to do them standing or even sitting on the ground. So come and find your position, your comfortable position. I've chosen the chair today. I'm going to make sure my feet are nice and grounded and I sit high up on my sit bones. And then first of all, we're just going to take a few deep breaths. We're going to close our eyes to just notice and tune in. How does our neck, shoulder, upper back area feel right now? I find it really important to have something to compare to after, but also to cultivate this inner awareness to help us find movements that feel good for our body. As you're breathing here, notice if you're creating tension in the jaw, the neck, or maybe even lifting your shoulders. If that's the case, try to send your breath further down. Think rib cage or even belly button area. And then from here, we're going to just warm up a little bit. So roll the shoulders back and down a few times. And have your arms relaxed by the side. And then we're going to roll them the other way, up and forwards and down. By moving our joints, we create more flow of chi, more flow of blood in our body. So you can imagine it like oiling your joints. And then shrug your shoulders up, breathe in. And then breathe out, just let them drop down. One more time, breathe in. And then breathe out. And now from here, we're going to move our neck in isolation. So you can put your hands on your thighs, or you can have your arms across your body. Basically, you want to make sure your movement is coming from your neck and not from your shoulders or your upper spine. And we're going to start by forward and back. So I'm going to nod my chin down towards my chest. And I'm going to lift up. So I'm going to think of nose up towards the ceiling. I just go as far as it feels good for me. If you notice any pain, please stop. Just do a small range of motion. Now with the breath, this might surprise you, but I'm going to exhale as I lift my nose up. And I'm going to inhale as my chin comes down. I will explain later why I'm choosing this breath. Exhale to lift your nose up and inhale to lower down. One more. And then settle in the middle and just start to tilt your head left and right. Again, paying attention that we're not moving from our spine here. So we're opening this side of the neck and we're closing this side of the neck. I imagine somebody's pulling me long here on my earlobe to create that length into the side of the neck. And here you just keep a nice, relaxed, steady breath in and out. And then pause back into the middle. Now we've got the twist or the rotation. So I'm going to rotate over my right shoulder. I'm going to check I didn't add a twist or a nod down. You're trying to purely move on this one plane of motion. So then we can also identify which plane of motion do I have a restriction or does it not feel so good to move into? How far can I go to the left? How far can I go to the right? And then we're going to pause back in the middle. Now I'm going to release my arms and I'm going to move my spine. So I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to try and move my spine to also create a bit of stretch or length into the neck. So first of all, I'm going to reach my right arm down. I'm keeping my eyes level and I just reach down and I bend my spine to the side. So hopefully you can feel and notice and see on my body that this side of the neck is getting long and this side is getting short. And then I switch side to side. So I'm actually thinking of moving my spine, but by keeping my head still, I'm getting this opening, this stretch, this release on the side of my neck. Now, as you're moving here side to side, play a little bit around with your chin. So if I go here and then I lift my chin up, how does that feel? Or if I nod my chin slightly down, what gives me more stretch sensation or more length into the side of my neck? For me, it's if I'm nodding my chin a little bit down. So it's like I'm thinking I've got a heavy arm, or I'm carrying two bags, and one is getting heavier as I go into this side bend. And now we're going to hold it here. Again, place your chin in the position where you get a good stretch. And now you start to rotate this arm a little bit out and a little bit in. And see what gives you the best release or stretch or length. Think of this arm heavy, like it's hanging down nice and heavy. And then coming back into the middle, and then go down the other way. Again, I'm opening the side of the neck here, and I'm going to rotate in and out, or out and in. Let that arm hang nice and loose. And then from here, slowly come back into the middle and just roll the shoulders back and down. Close your eyes for a moment and just notice how this area feels now. So we haven't done a stretch that we were holding, but we were moving in and out. We're going to carry on with this idea. So I'm going to show you from the side just because it's a little bit easier to see. You don't have to move. So earlier we were lifting our nose or chin a little bit up, and then we were bringing our chin down. Now here we were inhaling. The reason for it is as I nod my chin down, I flex my neck, my chest actually lifts and I extend my spine. So if you put your hands on your chest here, take a deep inhale, allow your chest to rise and nod your chin down. So you can see I get this length into the back of the neck and the front opens. And then I breathe out, I allow the chest to sink down and my chin travels a little bit up. If you keep your eyes on the horizon, this will naturally happen. Really use an exhale here. This is you're allowed to slouch movement position. And then you're going to breathe in, lift the chest, the sternum up, and bring the chin a little bit down. Now, what I often find is that people who have a lot of neck tension, they are missing a little bit of motion or movement in the upper middle spine area. So really take your awareness, your focus, and your breath into this area. Take a breath in, lift the sternum and the chest. Be aware it's not this. I'm not pushing my ribs forwards. I'm trying to keep my rib cage stacked on my pelvis. And then I'm thinking sternum or even collarbones lifting up. And the chin is nodding slightly down. Then I breathe out. I really allow this to sink down and back. And then again, inhale, open. Chin down. Feel like the back of your skull is traveling up towards the ceiling. And then exhale. Allow your chest to relax down, to sink down. Your sternum to go down and back. Now we can add some arms to help here. So what we're going to do with the arms, as I'm going in this way and I'm breathing out, I can rotate the arms inwards and reach them a little bit forwards. So it's like I'm trying to get the upper back rib cage area towards the back of my chair. And then I breathe in, I spiral the arms out, the sternum, the chest lifts, and my chin comes down. I think I'm growing tall through the crown of the head. I'm opening the back of the neck. And then I breathe out, I rotate my arms in, I reach them a little bit forwards, and I'm thinking of sternum down and back. You should feel some stretch, some length in the upper back muscles between the shoulder blades, and then they contract back as I open the arms here, and I get the length, the opening in the front of the chest, and the chin nods down. So we're showing the body, the spine, both extreme or end range positions. In flexion, in rounding here, the neck does the opposite. And then in the extension, again, neck goes down, it does the opposite. And then we give the body, or more the brain, the power to decide where its center will be, where you'll be holding yourself after. So let's do one more here. Big exhale as you reach. And then inhale as you take your arms out and back, shoulders slide down, chin comes down. And then just release in the middle and notice how you're sitting, where you feel the shoulders are sitting now, how your body's carrying the head on top of your shoulders. Take a few breaths here. Now, a lot of us will find ourselves during the day, or especially if we're working at a desk, maybe a little bit in this position and then the head up. So you'll notice we've gone further into this position to then go into the opposite position. And this idea is that we're lengthening our muscles until they cannot go any further, and that stimulates them to contract back and bring you back into a more upright position. So now we've got the rotation as well. So we've done the sideways one, we've done the forward and back, and now the rotation. So from here, take your hands across your chest, and then you're going to move your head across over to your right. So you've rotated your head to the right. And now, how do you have to move your arms or your upper body to have your head face forwards again? So I'm rotating here, my arms, my torso over to the left until my head is facing forwards again. So you'll feel a nice twist, a nice rotation into your rib cage, into the spine, and then back into the middle. Then you're going to rotate your head to the left. Check here you didn't add a tilt to the side. And then you can rotate your upper body, your arms over to the left until your head is facing front again. Now, if you're doing this standing, just make sure you're not twisting a lot from your hips. And then back into the middle. You really want to feel, again, this rib cage area, upper back, upper spine area to do the motion. I'm going to rotate across. I exhale to twist here, but do what feels right for you. And I'm checking my knees haven't staggered. I'm trying to keep them level so the twist comes more from the mid and upper spine. And then back into the middle. I look across to the left. I exhale to rotate my upper body to the right, which brings my head back to the front. So I'm not actually really moving the head. I'm trying to move my spine to bring the head back forwards. Let's do one more each side. I rotate. And then I bring my arms across, my upper body across until my head is back to the front. And then back. Last one. Looking across. And then exhale, twist. And then back into the middle. Again, release your arms, maybe roll the shoulders back a few times. And then close your eyes again and feel back in. How does your neck feel now? The area around the upper back, the shoulders. And where are you breathing into now? How do you feel your body is carrying your head at the moment? Do you feel your head is right on top of your rib cage? Or do you feel your head is sticking a little bit forwards or a little bit behind you, or maybe a little bit twisted or tilted to one side? Don't worry if your answer is, I don't know. This is just a start, a beginning to try and get a bit more awareness, that inner awareness that I find so useful for alignment, for posture, but also just for your overall well-being. And then take a big inhale, shrug your shoulders up. And just exhale as you let the shoulders drop down. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out, drop them down. And that's it for today. I hope you feel the difference these movements make on your shoulders and neck. I'd love to know how you feel now. So please Put it in the comments below. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how your neck feels. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, press the like button and subscribe to my channel. See you next week. Bye for now.